Are you looking for the best RGB mechanical gaming keyboards? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best gaming keyboards on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. TT Esports Poseidon Z RGB Mechanical Gaming Keyboard. If you have been looking for an RGB keyboard minus the astronomical price tag and the crazy looks, the Poseidon Z RGB is worthy of your attention. First thing first, the Z RGB Mechanical Gaming Keyboard has been equipped with a LED black light display. If you are a fan of gaming in the dark, you'll absolutely love this feature. As for the layout, esports have gone classic, hence providing the gamers with the retro feel. Secondly, you might be aware of the awkward feeling when, deep into your game, you inadvertently press the Windows key to disturb the flow. Thankfully, since it contains a disable Windows key option, this keyboard will rid you of any such miseries. As we have talked earlier of the benefits of macro keys, this keyboard, via its programmable macro feature, will provide you just that. In fact, apart from the Window and FN key, you can convert all keys into a macro key. Another useful feature of this keyboard is the set of profiles it allows you to create. It allows 5 profiles for different games, hence saving you from the hassle of setting controls every time you switch between games. Some users have complained that this keyboard is way too loud. That is, if you want to do some typing besides gaming, this keyboard might make your work a bit tricky. At number 2. N-Pro 2 Mechanical Gaming Keyboard. Though relatively new in the market, the N-Pro Bluetooth 4.0 keyboard has shown all the traits to be a success. Doubt my claim? Read its features to find out. The first thing which has made this keyboard a darling of users, its limited space-occupying keyboard. Thanks to the 61 keys, which occupy only 2/3 rd of the space of your normal keyboard, it is comfortable, handy, and durable for everyday work. That is, whether you want to play, study or work, this keyboard is a must-have. Also, if you are a professional gamer, you might already be aware of the importance of arbitrary programming shortcut keys. Making the keyboard convenient to operate, this keyboard boasts these keys. Also, giving you a taste of its compatibility, this keyboard comes in both wired and wireless forms. While the wireless version makes it compatible with the new versions of desktops, the wired version does the same to the old ones. Finally, as we already talked above, some users are annoyed by the sound their keyboard buttons make. Thankfully, by utilizing PBT keycaps, the buttons of this keyboard have been made delicate in touch. Some users have lamented the limited battery life of this keyboard when operating with the backlighting mode. At number 3. Logitech RGB G810 Orion Spectrum Mechanical Gaming Keyboard. Ask professional gamers, and they might tell you that this keyboard is the stepbrother of the slightly more expensive Logitech G Pro keyboard. Yes, there are some similarities, as both of them belong to Logitech, however, this one races ahead when it comes to features. So, what is it that makes this keyboard a must-have? For starters, the ultra-responsive key switches separate this keyboard from the competition. By providing 25% faster key actuation rates, as determined by the manufacturer, these ultra-responsive key switches make sure not one of your moves in the game goes amiss. Secondly, if you are a fan of listening songs while playing games, this keyboard provides brilliant media control buttons. It has dedicated buttons for play, pause, volume adjustment and mute to give you the power to adjust and skip songs right from your keyboard. Turning our attention to the design, and since it doesn't contain anything flashy, this keyboard is positively dignified. Since the keys touch the edges of the peripheral, most has been made of the keyboard space. As we are talking about keys, it would be cruel if I didn't mention how quiet they are. More importantly, to give you a hint of the keyboard's ruggedness, the keys provide a good amount of resistance on pressing. Hence, they won't ditch you down midway. As for the features, only one sentence would be enough to showcase their efficacy: this keyboard runs on the Logitech gaming software. Well, in case you don't know already, this software is one of the best gaming management programs. In addition to allowing you to reprogram certain keys, this software gives you the option of playing with the full backlighting. What's more, you can link games to custom profiles, and since the software has the ability to automatically scan the system for games, it will create profiles for them on its own. Some users have complained that, while playing some games, the profiles wouldn't load automatically. Others deemed it not good enough for typing. At number 4. Razer Black Widow Elite Mechanical Gaming Keyboard. Just another Black Widow. This is the 3-word review of this gaming keyboard. For, it has all the features, and also the shortcomings, which you normally expect in the Black Widow series. Want to know more? Scroll down. As mentioned above, the Black Widow Elite is a proud ambassador of the Black Widow line of keyboards. Nothing signifies this statement as well as its design. Being full-size and containing a row of micro keys, the Elite is simply a variation in the Black Widow series. One area, however, where it differs from its counterparts is its faceplate. Extremely low profile, it lets you see every keycap, and even the root of the switch lying underneath. This is in stark contrast to other Black Widow series keyboards on which you see a plastic plate hiding the lower half of the keycaps. Another aspect where it shows similarity to other Black Widow keyboards, especially the Black Widow Elite mentioned above, it is size and weight. In addition to having the same size and weight, there is wrist support as well this keyboard. As for the keys, while they are pretty responsive to their credit, they are noisy as well. On towards the features, and while its ultimate version contains 5 extra macro keys, this tournament edition is full-size. After that, you get full RGB illumination, a good, working software and a vibrant appearance of colors. Finally, talking about performance, I was greatly impressed with how the keyboard performs seamlessly no matter to which game I tested it on. Be it Star Wars, The Old Republic, Star Wars, Battlefront, Rise of the Tomb Raider or StarCraft 2, the keyboard performed fantastically. Users have had 2 major complaints with this keyboard. First, they complained that this keyboard is much too expensive. Second, some lamented about its software glitches. At number 5. DOS Keyboard 4 Professional MX Blue Mechanical Keyboard. If you are a gamer who doesn't need or demand much of your keyboard, the DOS Keyboard 4 is a worthy addition to your arsenal. To put it mildly, it is a workhorse, meaning it won't ditch you anytime soon. Also, the blue switches are just too good to ignore. Where are all the macros? This was the first thought which came to my mind after looking at this keyboard. That means, if you are a gamer who cannot live without macros, this keyboard is not worthy of your money. Nevertheless, there is a large population of gamers who don't need macros. To begin with, raise your hands, FIFA lovers. For them, the bomb build keys suggest they are in dreamland. Thanks to the anodized aluminum top panel, the build quality is way too good. Similarly, whenever you will depress the keys, a loud click sound will come out. It's the switches mentioned above that deserve the praise for this. That is, unless you haven't used membrane keyboard for ages, this DOS keyboard is a dreamland to type on. That said, no matter how high its price tag is, this DAS keyboard will never attract the attention of League of Legends and/or World of Warcraft players. There are 3 reasons of this: the keys are just not enough, macros aren't there, and no thumb keys will restrict you from changing key mappings on the go. Still, this purist, minimalist version of a gaming keyboard is not without its advantages. For, it doesn't require a driver, has a couple of more extras, like the 2-port USB and a 3.0 speed hub, and has onboard media controls. So, while it isn't the best gaming keyboard you'll ever see, it is one of the purest. Now figure out what the preceding sentence means. As stated above, lack of macros is a big concern for users. Similar is the case with the number of keys, whose shortage makes this keyboard a no-go area for hardcore gamers. At number 6. Razer Ornata Chroma Mecha Membrane Gaming Keyboard. Talking about the Mac gaming keyboards, the Razer Ornate Chrome is the best seller. What's it then which perched this keyboard at such a prestigious place? We find out in the features section. No matter whether you like this keyboard or not, you've to give it credit for one thing, at least: it led to the rebirth of rubber dome keyboards. While Logitech has released their rubber dome keyboard, it was the Razer Ornata Chroma which let the world know that rubber dome keyboards haven't faded into the night. On towards the hard facts, Razer has equipped this keyboard with a magnetic wrist rest. An inch high, it contains a good dosage of plush form to let you rest your wrist. Although the foam may fade out over time, it looked brilliant straight out of the box. One blunder you'll immediately notice on seeing the keyboard for the first time is that the letters are offset. For no obvious reason, the letters are perched at the top of each key, giving this keyboard an awkward look. You might think that the offsetting of letters has something to do with the LED lighting, where in fact it wasn't. For all the LEDs are centered, meaning the bottom of each letter is distinctly brighter than the top. Hence, this lack of uniform lighting is another negative. As for the curious words of Mecha membrane technology, it indicates that this keyboard has a part silicone dome, part mechanical switch. Consequently, when you press the key, both parts will come to action to do the deed. One thing which I found surprising with this keyboard, more so that it is a bestseller, is that it has no audio or USB pass-through. Similarly, there are no dedicated media keys as well. Without so much to make better, the performance of this keyboard is surprisingly good. Yes, the fusion of two technologies, or Notachroma, will make you feel weird a bit at the start, but as you go on, you'll notice the purpose of this marriage.